Hey, welcome back to the Roundtables Pack 1 Pick 1 series, also with the Trading Post. For those of you that don't know, the Roundtable and the Trading Post are basically the same thing. The Trading Post is the retail section / Magic the Gathering section of the Roundtable, which is our board game cafe, which I sit here with the sword and the stone, cracking Magic packs, alone and quiet, in a very COVIDian culture. I hope we can get this soon. I hope you are home safe. And I hope that this will help stave off some of your boredom and or entice your desire to play Magic at some point again. If you're looking for Magic product, we can help you. Curbside pickup and even potential delivery within the Waterloo region. Please do all the classic subscribe and look at our information below. We have packs for sale. We have singles that we can process. It takes longer to process than normal. But if there's a big order there or any order of any sort, I can go pull those orders for you. We'll take a bit of time. I apologize, but it can be done. We'll just communicate. So we have Pack 1 Pick 1. So far we've done Modern Masters 2013, 2017. We have done Ultimate Masters and Eternal Masters. And today we're going to do Iconic Masters. Now the way we do this is I will crack this pack. We'll go through all the cards. We'll talk about value. I will Pack 1 Pick 1 what I think is the card I would pick in a draft format in a vacuum, meaning that if this was the only pack I'd be drawing from. And then I also try to pick if I were to continue building this set over here. So far, this is a pretty killer deck that's being picked as my Pack 1 Pick 1s. The downside is that I've cracked 4 packs, which is atypical for a draft setting. But also, which is really weird, is that even in a vacuum, all the cards that I've been Pack 1 Pick 1ing ironically fit together under this Is It Something I've got going on over here. And I've pulled value. I think I've EV'd, estimated value. I have returned my value in Pack 1 Pick 1s, especially because of the packs I get at my cost. Definitely have brought me back my value. And now I've got an Engineered Explosives and a Goblin Guide for the store. Hopefully there's some modern players out there that want to play it. But here we go. We've got Iconic Masters. Let's iconically crack it. This is kind of like a not so, popularly rated set. I feel bad for Iconic Masters. It's been kind of shafted, but I love this. I like this set. I thought it was a fun little draft set. They didn't do a very good job with the value, but it's fine. So Pack 1 Pick 1, Doomed Traveler. Pretty good card in general for white. Good white support. I haven't seen very much in terms of white or green support in the other Pack 1 Pick 1s. This one, okay. This is great for what I've got drafted so far. But Mnemonic Wall, it's a 0/4 defender for 5, but it also lets me get an instant or sorcery back from my graveyard. That's phenomenal with things like Sudden Shock. So Sudden Shock over here, with this become a pretty good combination, plus it's an 0/4 wall. It is a 5-drop, so it's going to be later in the game to play, but not bad. Keldon Halberdier, another 5-drop. It's a 4/1, first strike. Easy to kill with quick removal, but if I've got it out with Kira, it counters the first thing. So you try to shock it or blast it in any capacity, it can counter. Suspend 4, so it's a great on your first turn. So I get this on my first turn, I drop it, and in a couple of turns I get a 4/1 first strike. Not bad. I don't know, guys. So far I'm seeing the Is It Something being supported pretty heavily here. Child of Night, a 2/1 lifelink for 2. Great card. Something that would support the fact that I had a bit of an aristocrat theme going in the previous videos. Might consider that. If this was in a vacuum, I've got a bit of an Orzhov thing going on here with lifelink and sacrificing creatures and creating that sort of aristocratic wall. Praise Vengeance, instant, put a 2/2, target creature gets +2/+2 with rebound. Not bad. If I'm going for swingy on my green side, this is definitely a quick little enhancer. Not a Pack 1 Pick 1 for sure. None of these so far are my Pack 1 Pick 1s. Ruined Servitor, it's a great card. Probably on the 3rd or 4th round, people will start picking it because it's a 2/2 for 2 card draw. It even goes good with my deck, so that's going to come later. Seeker of the Way, a 2/2 for 2 with prowess. Pretty good if I'm going to go for a Celestia deck that plays on some of the stuff you saw before, like Rootbound Defenses, which make my things indestructible, helps me populate, triggers prowess. Prey Upon triggers prowess. Some of the guys have Heroic on the previous pack, which means that I'm triggering them, triggering prowess. There's now suddenly a Celestia deck. Doomed Traveler is another good option for that. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Seeker of the Way gains lifelink. So that's even better. That's pretty good. I might that is a 2/2. That's not a bad pack one pick one if my rare's garbage. Duress, never in draft format. That's a pass off. Pillar of Flame deals 2 damage to target creature or player. If a creature dealt damage this way would die, exile it. Excellent shock. Would definitely put this in the category towards supporting my Izzet. And if I'm going to play red, I want this to wheel. It might not. It's decent removal. Gets rid of a bunch of crappy 2/2s. Triggers Seeker of the Way. Got a bit of a Boros theme going on here. Actually, not a bad Boros theme right here. I think that's neat. Shimmering Grotto. Mana fixing. Always good for late game play. Mishra's Bauble. Okay, not bad. A little bit of value there. Mishra's Bauble's okay. It's good for artifacts. It's just basically a good little cantrip spell. Would I pack one, pick one this? No. Not for any of the sub-themes I'm working on anyway. But we will put that aside because it is a bit of a value card. Hunting Pack. Not bad for green. Abundant Growth and stuff before, including Ancestral Mask. If I've got a Celestia theme going, I'm starting to see more Celestia support now. Celestia Steve! Shout out to Celestia Steve. Now that I'm getting the Celestia support, this 7-drop, it's not looking too bad. In a vacuum, it gives me a 4/4 Beast with Storm. That's okay. It's an instant. If an opponent goes and fires 2 or 3 spells off, I could get 4/4 Beasts for 7. Worth it. Potential bomb, late game play. That's a potential pack one, pick one. Chronicler of Heroes. When the Chronicler of Heroes enters the battlefield, draw a card if you control a creature with a +1/+1 counter on it. It's a 3/3 for 3. It's already good in draft format. The benefit goes to play with things with +1/+1 counters. In my previous deck, I had previous pack. I had a heroic ability that gave the creature +1/+1 counters when you targeted it. Suddenly, it becomes synergistic with this. I get to draw cards, so that's maybe there. I've got a strong Celestia package going now. Hell yeah, prize. Yeah, there we go. We got a pretty strong Celestia package going. Spirit Monger. Now we're going into it's not Gruul. What is it? What is the black green? God, it's been bugging me because I can't remember what it is. It's not Gruul. It's not Abzan. I can't remember. I should remember this. Not Orzhov. It is. I can't remember. I got all the charms in my head. I just can't. Anyway, a nice green black sub theme. Spirit Monger becomes the color of your choice. Interesting. This is your rare. It's a 6/6 for 5. It's already a pretty good bomb. Whenever Spirit Monger deals damage to a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Oh, there's something interesting between that and the Chronicler. That's a bit of an Abzan combo. I like that. Regenerate. It's kind of a bomb. I like it. And then, oh God, this is gross. Dirkwood Baloth. It's a 6-cost, 5/5 with Suspend 5 and a 1-drop. Also a good card. There's some interesting things here. What do I want to play? Well, we've got very little in terms of black support on this particular deck, but we do got, on this particular, if we're going to pass it around, but we do have interesting green-black support in this. And that's pretty good. That's a pretty good amount of support that you're going to get for this. What is the black and green? You guys are going to comment on it, but I'm going to figure it out beforehand. That's a pretty good combination so far. And I mean, Hunting Pack, if it wheels, is good. Dirkwood Baloth, if it wheels, is good. I think I would take Spirit Monger. I think I would then again take the rare because it is a 5-drop, 6/6 bomb that regenerates. You can't really go wrong. And am I going to play in these colors? I might. It's not Gruul. It's not Celestia. It's not Orzhov. Ooh, it's right on the tip of my head. I can picture the bounce land that has it. Anyway, Spirit Monger becomes the choice. Yeah, so I think that's a pretty good. I think I would pick this one. So Spirit Monger would be my pack one, pick one, if I were in a vacuum. Followed by Hunting Pack. I got a bunch of high cost here. Child of Night, Dirkwood Baloth, Prize Vengeance, and then at that point I might consider splashing white if it hasn't been picked up yet, and then I would go for Chronicler, Shimmering Grotto to help me get my fixing, and that would be, and then eventually down to Doom Traveler, Rune Servitor, Mishra's Bauble. I mean, that's all synergistic. This is all garbage. If I were to pack one, pick one, this outside of outside of the vacuum and to pick based on what I have drafted already, my choice would be Pillar of Flame. I think Pillar of Flame, or we don't really have. We got a couple creatures there. I'm not really worried about it, and the 2/2 doesn't really work. I would either Pillar of Flame, Mnemonic Wall. I would pick Mishra's Bauble because it lets me draw cards and cycle through my deck. It is an artifact, so it's not the worst. It's 0-drop. Rune Servitor would be a good pick for that deck over there. Yeah, so that would be my choices. I'm really trying to figure out what all that damn thing is called. Anyway, so Pillar of Flame would be my next choice. We'll put Mishra's Bauble over here because that is part of the value train that's being built. And there you go. And Spirit Mongler would be my in a vacuum pack one pick one, because now I'm going to go for some creature base. I want to do my classic. It's not Simic. Oh my God, is this embarrassing or what? We'll talk to you in the next video. But this is Iconic Masters. I don't think I valued out on this one at all very much, even though Mishra's Bauble was kind of interesting. But Spirit Mongler, I'm going to put that up over here, up there on the top there, for value. But it's not really going to be good with the set that I built. But that's what we got. So, here you go. That is our pack one, pick one for Iconic Masters. Please check the details below. Subscribe. Tell us what you think. I want to know what I'm doing right or wrong. And then let's go to the next video and see what we get next. And maybe I'll remember what the hell the black-green name is. Wow. When I remember, it's going to be uber embarrassing. We'll talk soon.